Hello, everybody. My name is Lucas. In November 2020, my brother Mateo contracted COVID-19 like so many of us did. But unlike most of us, he hasn't yet recovered. Mateo is now what is known as a COVID long hauler, a title given to those whose COVID symptoms last more than 3 months. So, yeah. In all this time, he's been documenting his ups, downs, victories, and setbacks through journals, medical records, and love letters to you, the listener. And if he's come to one conclusion, it is that COVID is stupid. Looking back, it's hard to believe that there was a time when my family, Mateo's family, our family, used to go on summer vacations together. There were the Lake Okoboji vacations where we played mini golf and joined family nights at the hotel. There was the infamous Vacation Around Iowa, which had all the high-octane, blood-rushing craziness that the name implies. And then there were the 10-hour drives across the Midwest to the Black Hills, the Badlands, Flintstone Park, and Mount Rushmore. My earliest out-of-state memories are painted with the epic and dusty coral and turquoise landscapes of South Dakota. And I have to imagine that some of Mateo's are too. And while it may be commonplace to rattle off who is on your Mount Rushmore of sports heroes or Mount Rushmore of movie stars, today, Mateo is going to share with us his Mount Rushmore of long haulers. And if I were a betting man, I'd wager he's the first person to do so. And not since Mount Rushmore have I seen what can happen when it's man versus mountain. You see, I think Mateo's been carving a mountain for the last 5 years now. Every day he's chiseling the stone, massive and minute, to turn this gigantic thing into something else. And so are so many of you. Here's my brother Mateo with his Mount Rushmore of long haulers.
Well, hello, all you amazing people. I've been thinking a lot recently about my Mount Rushmore of long haulers. Who are the people that are working tirelessly, often with no recognition, trying to deliver a better tomorrow? Who are the people I see accomplishing the impossible day in and day out? Who are the fighters, the thinkers, the speakers, the makers, the doers that are pushing this boulder up the hill? Who are the people who inspire me to work harder, get faster, be stronger, and think gooder? Who is on my Mount Rushmore of long haulers? Side note, this fictional monument of mine that I'm creating is not going to be constructed on land considered sacred to any of the local inhabitants. I do have names that come to mind, people who deserve the praise but would never ask for it. Some are people who've taught me to pace, stage, and prioritize, to conserve my energy and protect my precious, precious spoons at all costs. There are also YouTubers who've helped me learn how to stand after a fall, both figuratively and literally. Some are long haulers who are spreading awareness, bringing people together, saying long haul COVID out loud, or increasing our collective dopamine levels through the power of silly memes. Then there are the doctors, the specialists, the nurses, the imaging techs, the front desk staff, the ologists, and the amazing patient valet people who park our cars. And the researchers who are searching and researching, trying to learn how to untie the knots in which our bodies have found themselves. And we can't forget about the caretakers, the caregivers, the wheelchair pushers, the comforting shoulders, the patient partners. Wifey and kiddo, if you're listening, I love you. There are so many incredible and well-deserving options to choose from. But then there's you. You who are listening to this right now. You who refuses to give up. You who keeps fighting even though it sucks. Sucks so fucking much. You who've shared your stories. You who've told the world about the very personal and meaningful challenges that you face every day. You, all you beautiful, brave, amazing, long-hauling warrior champions who kick so much ass every goddamn day. You amaze me. I hear your stories, I see your strength, I see your struggle, I see the reasons you continue to fight. I find myself so incredibly honored to be counted among your numbers. Many of you are caring for children and doing everything you can to be present and remain aware of their needs. Even on your worst of days, you're doing everything you can do to be there, to show up, to parent. While I'm on the topic, shout out to these incredible humans who we created. They are absolutely the best of who we are, and they are powerful inspirations for us to stay strong today and get stronger tomorrow. Every day, every day, every day. Some of you are caring for partners or parents, family, friends, and these relationships have changed over the years, but that was then, and this is now. And I see you choosing to do everything you can do today so you can all make it to tomorrow. It's hard to be the smart or strong, responsible, positive, whatever. It's hard to be that person in the room. But you do it. You do it to the absolute best of your abilities. Whatever those abilities happen to be at any given moment, you do it. And that's far from easy even in the best of times. Spoiler alert, these are not the best of times. A lot of you are working, even on days when working takes so much freaking work. I see so many of you repeating the same refrain. It must be done, and it must be me. And I respect to my core the amount of thought and energy that you surely had to devote to coming to this conclusion. I can only imagine how many nights you spent dedicated to learning new ways to think and work, new ways to get it done as creatively and energy efficiently as these new brains and bodies will allow. And it all requires such a precarious balance. If you haven't heard it recently, please allow me to say you are fucking killing it. Somehow you find the strength to summon those parts of yourself that'll allow you to get up in the morning and do your thing. Sometimes more than one day in a row. Sometimes lots of days in a row. Sometimes even on the days when you would happily provide a list of all of the anything else that you would absolutely rather do than work. Even on those days. Especially on those days. You still do it. Damn. You're taking care of business. And I, for one, am impressed as hell AF. I also see stories that come from long haulers who are still in school. And holy poop flinging monkeys, that's gotta be rough. Seriously, it makes my brain ache and my elbow sore just trying to think about the struggle bus that you have to take to school every day. I have Olympic-sized pools of respect for your commitment. Keep going. You have got this. Repeat. You have fucking got this. Someday, I hope you'll be able to look back and remember how hard you had to work for that diploma or degree and think, if I can do that, I can do anything. And finally, there are those of you who share the heart-wrenching stories of the incredibly limited activity options that exist for you outside the sacred borders of your bed. Because this body, because this brain, sometimes because both. Other times because, holy crap, why do I hurt there now? You are so fucking strong. And you amaze me with your dedication to doing all the many things that you have to do to get better. You take my absolute breath away. Though, it's fair to point out that taking my breath away is currently not that hard to do. Like, at all. My lung capacity bar is not set very high. You, much like me, are doing everything you can to get faster, stronger, and smarter. Even on the days when everything you can amounts to staying in the dark, quiet sanctuary of bed. But you're still working so hard. You're fighting for every step, and I absolutely love you for it. We all do. You're kind of like that gold idol that Indiana Jones was trying to get at the start of the movie. For the life of me, I cannot remember where I was going with that joke. You like the gold? I think it involved poison darts and booby traps, but my brain seems to have deleted the punchline. But I really like Indiana Jones and probably won't have another excuse to mention him in one of these long haul pep talks again, so I'm going to leave the setup of the joke. Can we just all agree it was super funny in a nerdy kind of way? All right. Thank you very much. Love you. Back to you. I read your stories. I hear the battles you face, the winding paths you're following as you fight your way back to health. I see the ways you support each other, hear each other, see each other, comfort each other. And I see you respecting the journey that others are traveling. We may not be in the same boat, but we're all navigating the same storm. And this journey leads to a healthy new you, to the new version of you that'll be standing tall at the finish line. I don't know how long the road ahead is, nor do I know what obstacles we're going to face. But I do know that if you look out the left side of the vehicle, you will see my Mount Rushmore of Long Haulers. And proudly displayed on it is you. Don't you dare give up. Ever. This world is brighter because of you, and I am honored to be on this journey with you. I love you all. I see you all. I would hug you all if I could. Strength and health. COVID is stupid.
Man, that was beautiful. Taking the time to let the light shine a little longer and a little brighter on the people like you who are also doing their best to move this mountain. I love it. If you have any questions about what you heard today or what we're doing in general, send us an email at covidisstupid2020, that's stupid with a double O, not a U, at gmail.com. Or help us out with the YouTube page, COVID is Stupid 2020. Let us know you were there, leave a like, subscribe, let us know what you thought. We're continually refining what we're doing and how we do it. So stay tuned for the next one, because we're going to keep making them as long as COVID is stupid. See you soon.